This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am joined today by winemaker Mattias, Carmen and Toni from the historied house, Rioja House of Beronia. And we are going to be tasting the 2018 Beronia Reserva. This is a different level of wine altogether from the Tempranillo. Reserva being a style of Rioja that has a fair bit of history. Let's talk a little bit about where the grapes for this particular wine are sourced from, and then we'll get into the vinification.
Yes, so of course, for the Reserva, we have to select another terroir, another vineyard parcels.
Right.
We're looking for more clay, always into the Rioja Alta, but looking for this terroir with a more clay calcareous soil, with good drainage, looking for the good sun exposure for nice ripeness. And here we have to classify the vineyards by age, in the sense that in this Reserva, we select the vines, the vineyards that produce grapes around, we're talking about 40, 50 years old. So we're talking about 40, 50-year-old vines with lower yields. In this case, we're talking about, I'm going to talk in hectares, but it's going to be around 5,000 kilos per hectare, which is less than the appellation allows.
Yes. Now, the oak is definitely apparent in this particular wine, as it should be with it being a Reserva. You're using a combination of French and American oak, and this is aged for 12 months in barrel, I believe. The oak for me plays, I mean, it's definitely there, but it's playing a supporting role to the fruit, which I think is that more modern style of Rioja. How would Mattias describe this wine and what one he finds aromatically? What's he trying to do with this wine?
Well, he is very proud of the Reserva, in the sense that what he's looking is what he finds in this wine is this cherry color, what's clean, this the bright, and of course in the Reserva we already find that the complexity, given not only by the oak but by the bottle aging. So and the selection of the grape varieties, some spices, these balsamic notes that also bring freshness to the acidity. So this freshness and acidity sensation, and for him it's a wine that it's more has nice structure, a little more full palate in the sense. So bringing more intensity, and to a wine that is more already conceived, for a long aging potential.
Right.
And for Mattias, it's a very more serious wine, of course, and very gastronomic as well, because you have this complexity can bring also, the possibility to match with different style of dishes.
Now, I've tasted this wine through for the last 2 decades, tasted many vintages of this particular wine. And would Mattias think it was a fair observation to say that this wine it's quite a different wine from the way it was, say, 15 years ago. It's a much fresher wine than it was. I find this an incredibly vibrant Reserva, and the oak has definitely been dialed down. I'd be curious as to, I mean, you're still getting the year in barrel, but how has that oak regime changed for this wine over the last 15-20 years?
He agrees totally, what in your comment, Jamie, of course.
Good, I'm glad.
No, of course, no. It's you're totally right. We have seen an evolution through the years, but also it's not. He also considered that there is also an evolution in the as we said before, in the work in the vineyards,
Right.
So the work in the vineyards have made us to achieve kind of a better quality grapes, and to master our barrel selections. No, so he said he's very proud of the 2008 because very balanced vintage, flavors, long aftertaste. This is what he's looking for in a reserva. Fruit, identity, and of course the barrel that help us to stabilize the wine, which at the same time make us a wine that you can drink it now perfectly, but it's a wine that if you can keep it in the cellar for a few years.
Oh yes, yeah, I can. And it's actually a very accessible wine. It's one of those wines that's not too expensive, but you can cellar it for quite some time, and it will only improve. I'd be curious, and this may be an odd question. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is Tempranillo, Graciano, and Mattuello. Were there other grapes involved 20 years ago?
He said that yes. What happened is that maybe 20 years ago we used less Graciano, no. So what we said that the Graciano has adapted more better to this climatic change that kind of we're facing, but and also that due to the characteristics of the Reserva, we were using less Mattuello, no. But what he said is that the idea, for him is that this wine it's the perfect, as we said, a perfect wine that we can enjoy now. But he says that it's a wine that in a well stored, in a good clean store conditions, you can keep it in your cellar for 10, 15 years with no problem, no.
Now, just to get back to that question, were there other grapes involved 20 years ago?
Sí, quizás un poquito antes se utilizaba un poco de garnacho, un poquito de garnacha.
Yes.
Y poco más, no había más variedades, la verdad.
Only the garnacha. 20 years ago, no?
Yes.
Maybe we used a little bit of the garnacha, yes.
Excellent. Now, I'm going to put all three of you on the spot. So Carmen, you have to take your microphone off mute. I'm going to ask all three of you what you would have if you're going to be drinking this wine this evening. Yeah, what would you be eating with it?
Okay.
For me, the best option is cheese with this wine. Yes.
Yes. Very good. Okay, so Mattias said that his best option tonight would be, we call it here chuletillas in Rioja. It's a kind of small lamb chops.
Oh yes.
Grill with the vine trees. This is fantastic, and the aromatics that you get from that, it's amazing. But also from hard cheese, as Carmen said, hard cheese from the area, no. And I also I like due to the good acidity and the freshness, I also would like to have this wine with lamb, no. That because it's not that that tonicity, no, that to go with high protein beef, no. So I would go also with lamb, for instance, or
You're getting me very, very hungry. It's 11:07 here. I'm just working out, do I have any lamb in the freezer? I don't think I do. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us at Good Food Revolution today. Most enjoyable bottle of wine. I'm going to be enjoying this with lunch today, I think. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
you.
Bye for now.